Towards the second half of November, the Russian command intensified its assault operations in a number of areas, thereby creating the visualization of some kind of large offensive along the entire front line, although this is not the case. The most dangerous zone of their offensive is and remains Avdiivka. It is not easier in other areas, but the enemy's functional situation there is somewhat different. In the area of Kupiansk, pressure is carried out on Sinkovka. The main task in this location for them is to seize the dominant heights, but all their assaults at this stage ends in failure. In general, the picture on Liman-Kupiansk axis, in the matter of offensive capabilities of Russian troops, does not change. They have the quantity of personnel, but there is a serious question about the quality, namely the technical equipment that would allow them to attack effectively. This important factor showed itself last summer, when they went after Liman, Borova, and Kupiansk just as aggressively, suffering serious losses and having almost no gains as a result. Their current offensive functionality allows them to attack, but as a result they suffer heavy losses with little or no results. If they had offensive functionality, we would see a very different result. And we wouldn't like it. I talked more about this in the last video. The lack of a full offensive capability forces them to use in large numbers the thing they value the least, human resource, and they have them in large quantities. The systemic nature indicates that local commanders have been ordered to advance in a number of areas. Near Bakhmut, in the area at Klishivka, it is especially tangible. Renewed wave-like assaults literally cover the fields with enemy bodies. Obviously, this order is conditioned by the necessity to get at least some result, which has not been there for a long time. To repulse Klishivka, to show that they can return lost positions. Break through to Kupiansk, capture Avdiivka, to give hope for new victories in 2024. Avdiivka, enemy forces are trying to spread out on the left side of the railroad, unable to gain a foothold on the right side, attacking in the direction of Vodiany and trying to pressure Pervomaysk. The concentration of forces for the next wave of offensive continues, with the aim of breaking through on the right side of the railroad, with the subsequent capture of the villages of Stepovo and Sivano. The entire line of fighting has been revitalized in recent weeks, and the intensity of actions is catalyzed by the Russian command, in an attempt to probe a weak spot in the Afu defenses, and present success at this location as some kind of victory, which the propaganda will be able to present as an epic achievement. Given the simultaneous intensification, even in areas where the enemy has little chance to achieve any result, it can be assumed that the occupants do not have full information about the capabilities of the Ukrainian troops. Separately, it is worth mentioning that this activation occurs during the period of deteriorating weather conditions, which also complicates the enemy's performance of their tasks. But again, the Russian command does not care about casualties and the conditions in which the assaults are carried out, and at least until the end of the year the intensity of attacks will not decrease.